2. Turnkey construction. Grade to within 1/2 inch in the cross section and 1/2 inch in 16 feet measured longitudinally. Do not surface patch. I. Curing. After the final layer or course of the lime-treated material has been compacted, it shall be brought to the required lines and grades in accordance with the typical sections. The completed section shall then be finished by rolling with a pneumatic tire or other suitable roller. The completed section shall be moist cured or prevented from drying by addition of an asphalt material at the rate of 0.05 to 0.20 gallons per square yard. Curing shall continue for 2 to 5 days before further courses are added or traffic is permitted, unless otherwise approved by the engineer. However, the lime-treated material may be covered by other courses, the day following finishing, when approved by the engineer. When the plans provide for the treated material to be covered by other courses of material, the next course shall be applied within 14 calendar days after final compaction is completed, unless otherwise approved by the engineer. 108.5 Measurement. When lime is furnished in trucks, the weight of lime will be determined on certified scales, or the contractor must provide a set of standard platform scales at a location approved by the engineer. Scales must conform to the requirements of TXDOT Standard Specification Item 520, Weighing and Measuring Equipment. A. Hydrated lime. 1. Dry. Lime will be measured by the ton, dry weight. 2. Slurry. Lime slurry will be measured by the ton, dry weight, of the hydrated lime used to prepare the slurry at the site. 3. Commercial lime slurry. Lime slurry will be measured by the ton, dry weight, as calculated from the minimum % dry solids content of the slurry, multiplied by the weight of the slurry in tons delivered. B. Quick lime. 1. Dry. Lime will be measured by the ton, dry weight, of the quick lime. 2. Slurry. Lime slurry will be measured by the ton, dry weight, of the quick lime used to prepare the slurry multiplied by a conversion factor of 128 to give the quantity of equivalent hydrated lime, which will be the basis of the payment 108.6 payment. Work performed and materials furnished as prescribed by this item and measured as provided under measurement will be paid for as follows. Lime will be paid for at the unit price bid per ton of 2,000 pounds for lime of the type specified, not to exceed 1% of the calculated quantity, based on delivered weight, which price shall be full compensation for furnishing all lime. Lime treatment for subgrade will be paid for at the contract unit price bid per square yard, which price shall be full compensation for all correction of secondary subgrade, for loosening, mixing, pulverizing, spreading, drying, application of lime, water content of the slurry, shaping and maintaining, for all sprinkling and rolling, for all manipulations required, for all hauling and freight involved, for all tools, equipment, labor, and incidentals necessary to complete the work. 108.7 Bid item. Item 108.1, lime treated subgrade, inches compacted depth, per square yard. Item 108.2, lime, per ton. Item 109, cement treated subgrade. 109.1 description. Treat natural subgrade or fill materials used to meet the top of subgrade profile, by the addition of Portland cement and water. Pulverize, mix, and compact the mixed material to the required density, as herein specified and in conformance with the typical sections, lines, grades, and thickness as shown on the plans. 109.2 Materials. Soil shall consist of approved material, free from vegetation or other objectionable matter, encountered in the roadbed section and other acceptable material used in the preparation of the roadbed in accordance with this specification. Notify the engineer of the proposed material sources and of changes to material sources. The engineer will verify that the specification requirements are met before the sources can be used. The engineer may sample and test project materials at any time before compaction. Use TXDOT Standard Laboratory Test Procedure Tex 100E for material definitions. Cement shall be placed in slurry form only, unless written permission is granted by the engineer and a safety and containment plan is submitted to the engineer by the contractor 7 days prior to use. A. Cement. Furnish hydraulic cement that meets the requirements of TSTOTS DMS 4600, Hydraulic Cement, TSTOTS Hydraulic Cement Quality Monitoring Program, HCQMP, and ASTM C150 Type I Portland Cement. Sources not on the HCQMP or other sources to be used in combination with an approved source will require approval before use. B. Flexible base. When treating entirely new base, furnish material that meets the requirements of item 200, flexible base, for the type and grade shown on the plans, before the addition of cement. When treating existing flexible base, with or without existing asphalt concrete pavement, the material shall conform to the requirements shown on the plans. Incorporate new base with the existing materials when shown on plans. C. Water. Furnish water free of industrial waste and other objectionable material. D. Asphalt. When permitted for curing purposes, furnish asphalt, or emulsion that meets the requirements of item 300, asphalts, oils, and emulsions, as shown on the plans or directed. E. Mix design. The engineer will determine the target cement content and optimum moisture content to produce a treated mixture that meets the strength requirements shown on the plans. The mix will be designed in accordance with TXDOT Standard Laboratory Test Procedure TEX 120E or will be based on prior experience with the project materials. The contractor may propose a mix design developed in accordance with TXDOT Standard Laboratory Test Procedure TEX 120E. The engineer, at their discretion, will use TXDOT Standard Laboratory Test Procedure TEX 120E to verify the contractor's proposed mix design before acceptance. Reimburse the city for subsequent mix designs or partial designs necessitated by changes in the material or requests by the contractor, when the city performs these services. When treating existing materials, limit the amount of asphalt concrete pavement to no more than 50% of the mix unless otherwise shown on the plans or directed. 109.3 Equipment. Provide machinery, tools, and equipment necessary for proper execution of the work. Provide rollers in accordance with item 210, rolling. Provide proof rollers in accordance with TXDOT item 216, proof rolling, when required. A. Cement storage facility. Store cement in closed, weatherproof containers. B. Cement slurry equipment. Use slurry tanks equipped with agitation devices to slurry cement on the project or other approved location. The engineer may approve other slurrying methods. Provide a pump for agitating the slurry when the distributor truck is not equipped with an agitator. Equip the distributor truck with an approved sampling device. C. Pulverization equipment. Provide pulverization equipment that 1. Cuts and pulverizes material uniformly to the proper depth with cutters that will plane to a uniform surface over the entire width of the cut, 2. Provides a visible indication of the depth of cut at all times, and 3. Uniformly mixes the materials. 109. For construction. Construct each layer uniformly, free of loose or segregated areas and with the required density and moisture content. Provide a smooth surface that conforms to the typical sections, lines, and grades shown on the plans or as directed. A. Preparation of subgrade for treatment. Shape natural subgrade or fill material in accordance with applicable bid items to conform to the typical sections shown on the plans and as directed. When shown on the plans or directed, proof roll the roadbed in accordance with TXDOT item 216, proof rolling, before pulverizing or scarifying material. Correct soft spots as directed. B. Pulverization. Pulverize or scarify existing material after shaping so that 100% passes a 2 1/2 inch sieve. If the material cannot be uniformly processed to the required depth in a single pass, Excavate and windrow the material to expose a secondary grade to achieve processing to plan depth. C. Application of cement. Uniformly apply cement using slurry placement unless approved by the engineer. Add cement at the percentage determined in section 2012E, mix design. Apply cement only on an area where mixing, compacting, and finishing can be completed during the same working day. Start cement application only when the air temperature is at least 35 degrees Fahrenheit and rising or is at least 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature will be taken in the shade and away from artificial heat. Suspend application when the engineer determines that weather conditions are unsuitable.